Alright, I'm doing a little playing of the Arkham Origins multi. I've been playing it a little bit for a few days now. It's pretty decent, but it's just plagued with issues. I started the multiplayer video right then at the start of the game rather than in the lobby because the games take so long to load. That was about 20 minutes for me to get 8 people in a match and to get said match actually going. Now the game itself is pretty decent, if basic. There's some command posts that you're supposed to capture. Catching one deletes one of the reinforcements from your enemy team. If your enemy team runs out of reinforcements, you win. The thing that mixes it up is Batman and Robin are walking around. That's one of them right there. And they're going to try to sneak up on you. But they're really fragile. That's also another cool idea, but they end up being more annoyances than actually something you have to contend with. Which kind of just makes them seem like they were tacked on. I probably have more fun playing the multiplayer as a goon than I do as playing a Batman and Robin, because they're so clumsy. They changed around a lot of the order from the core game, so the gadgets aren't on the same numbers anymore. They are slower to move. You can't drop down off of ledges like you used to be able to. It's just not very good. And again, it's decently fun, but it's just plagued with so many issues. My weapons all just reset. I had a level 9 battle rifle. I don't know what that means, but it just got reset to a level 1 battle rifle. Like I said, most matches take a minimum of 5 minutes, if not something closer to 15 or 20 minutes to actually get a game going. Like, I'm stuck on this cover here.
They'll try to intimidate us by taking you out. So, you know, good luck with that.
It's just not ideal. If there were less bugs, like sometimes you won't pop out of cover like I just did, or you'll be on cover, but when you come out to aim, your bullets just stick on the cover you're at. If matchmaking worked, if there was an in-game chat function, there's really no excuse to not have an in-game chat function in 2013. All the matchmaking, I think that's the main reason games take so long to actually work, just because there's no lobby or anything like that. It's just it's pure click load and wait for 7 random people to be assigned to your room. So really, it's kind of lukewarm. I like the idea of it, although it's a little odd that WB Montreal decided to give us competitive multiplayer Batman versus mode that nobody wanted. Nobody asked for this kind of game. Nobody thought we should get it. See, I'm stuck on the wall there. Nobody thought, oh, this would be sweet, let's have versus multiplayer, and yet they decided to make it, and they made it really half-assed. And at the same time, tons of people were asking for co-op gameplay. Batman and Robin, co-op, the two of them on a campaign together. And everybody wanted co-op, but we didn't get that. Instead, we got this. And And asymmetrical multiplayer is a great idea. I want to see more of it. I think it's really cool. I think it's really smart and different and new. But this just isn't the way to go about it. Too many bugs, not enough balance. Kind of just feels uninspired, a little tacked on. I want to like it, and on the few times when things go well and there are no glitches and you don't encounter crippling issues with bugs and the like, it is decently fun. But those times are few and far between. I find I usually have to put in an hour of work before I can get just 5 minutes of fun. So that's generally my review. And we won the games, that's cool. I'll try to play one more after this finishes just to see if it works. I have a feeling it won't. Every once in a while you'll get a good group of 8 people and they'll all stick around, and then the next game will launch right away. Usually people drop off and then it's playing the waiting game for a long time. And even when people all stay and you have all 8 players, and this was an unbalanced game, we were both missing 2 players off of each team. Anyway, even when all 8 people do stay, which is really rare, you usually have drops like you do there, it still sometimes will take 5 to 10 minutes of loading screen with the little bat symbol rotating, and it just won't launch, which doesn't make sense. I guess it's just bad design, really. It must be people having connection issues or infrastructure problems. Also, at this point, usually a lot of people drop out because if they know they're not going to get to be Batman and Robin, they don't want to be involved and quit. Which is a shame, because the only way to make sure things are going to work is if you try to sit and hang tight. But people would rather leave and join a new game and hope that they might get to randomly be Batman and Robin. But really, if that's what they want, they should just stick around. So we've got 6 players out of 8 right now. That is astoundingly high. Normally you sit at 3 or 4. We're building up very quickly, so that's nice. Up to 7 players. We'll see if that actually works out. If we'll get a game going here, or if I'm just gonna give up. There's also some weird oddities, like 4 maps. There's not a lot of them. I guess that's okay. But you know, there's a new. There's only the one mode, the Invisible Predator Online, but they specify the game mode, which makes me think. So you have another player drop off. That happens a lot. Which makes me think: are new game modes coming? And if so, are they gonna fix the current game modes before they come out? I hope so, but I have my doubts. Overall, there's just so many issues. No in-game chat, no lobby, no decent matchmaking, tons of bugs, crippling issues now and again. I've had other players talk about their whole character account getting reset, so like my guns got reset to level 1, but I still have my gadgets at their high level, but other people have had their whole accounts blanked. It's just not good. I don't know how they released something this unpolished. Although I guess the core Arkham Origins game was also really unpolished. A lot of issues there. And that's a whole other story. Whether we're talking about game-breaking glitches like the Burnley Tower radio tower glitch where you couldn't advance, or the infinite falling through the ground glitch, or weird timing changes they did for no real reason, like the timing on critical strikes is changed, counterattacks is changed. For some reason, except in challenge modes, you don't see double or triple counters very much at all, but they were a really big part of Arkham City, but in challenge maps they're just as present as they were in Arkham City, which makes me think Maybe they just ported over the Arkham City infrastructure for challenge maps and then tweaked it for Origins. But I don't know why they would remove getting attacked by 2 or 3 enemies at once, or maybe if that was an error and it wasn't supposed to happen. What are other issues I have with that game? A lot of the gadgets are kind of the same. Like the glue grenade is just the freeze grenade. It's exactly the same functionally and aesthetically. It just looks slightly different. Many gadgets don't have quick fire options anymore, like the remote claw, but all of the gadgets used to have quick fire options. So I don't know. There's just a lot that could be better. So we're gonna see if this actually goes here. A lot of times you get this far and the game will launch. We'll be at this loading screen, and then it'll stay here for 5-10 minutes before the game loads, or it'll go to a black screen, or the game will crash, or you'll get kicked out to the lobby and it will say your connection to the host was reset. Okay, that was amazing. That's the fastest I've ever seen the game launch. But no complaints, I suppose. So we'll just do one more match here, see what we encounter. Each team gets some gadgets. The Bane gang gets a UAV they can fly around. The Jokers get a blimp, a explosive blimp. They're each really fragile. Just takes one hit for them to blow up. But they're kind of useful every once in a while, I suppose. Gotta keep your eye up for the Batman and Robin teams. Uh-oh. That guy just cleaned us out. So we also, as a miracle, have a full team here. We've got 3 Bane, 3 Jokers, and Batman and Robin. Probably in at least half or more of my game experiences, you have... oh. This is great. Looks like... oh, okay. Half or more of my experiences, someone drops. At least one person on each team. Or not on each team. At least one person on a team. Oftentimes, you'll see 2 or more drops. So it's refreshing to not have issues. But it's a bit unusual. Oh, I must have been killed and glitched out. I'm assuming. I don't know what just happened. Oh, it says that I'm still on that base capturing it. But that's not true. So there's really weird stuff like that'll happen sometimes, where the game just freaks out and does something weird. And melee doesn't work sometimes. I don't know why that didn't work. Got the jump on him. I hit him twice. He just got me. It's supposed to work better at close range. Usually you get stunned and you can't shoot. But I guess this game is not consistent, and that is the problem. The maps are pretty basic, but they work well enough. I don't really have a problem with them. I don't think I'm going to get to the door, so you won't get to see being a hero. Well, actually, I just saw myself on the map. So that's weird. There's also some costumes. You unlock some cosmetic stuff. A fair amount of it, I guess, actually. But even when you unlock stuff here, you don't unlock it for the main game. Oh, this guy's gonna get Bane. I was so close. Well, Bane's really good if you know how to use him. I seem to be having connection issues. Or Bane's having connection issues, I don't know. The super villains, Bane and Joker, are pretty good. Bane, I think, is definitely the better of the two. Just because it takes a lot more to make him go down. Or at least that's what it seems like. But they're definitely not... Well, they can change the game in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing. If you don't know how to play him, like your first time being Ichiro, there's a good chance that you might just kind of die and waste things. Robin's here somewhere. Alright, so now they have no reinforcements. That means they're not going to respawn if they get killed at this point. Unless one of them can kill Batman or Robin. So it looks like it's just these two guys left. Bane's going to just come kill him. Oh, I guess not. Well, that sucked. Shotguns rule at close range, but one-hit kills always are frustrating. So, they're down to one guy. Oh, and now they killed Batman, so now they get to respawn.
One of you is promoted to captain. It ain't you. Protect the one who is. If the heroes get him, that would be better.
We'll see if I can do one more game after this one as Batman and Robin.
Take them all out. Keep it that way.
Robin's here.
So me killing that hero is good because it means they can't kill Robin. So they won't get the respawn back. Oh, you also, I didn't cover this. I guess I just assumed it was common knowledge. That shotgun guy keeps getting me. But you get limited detective vision. It only lasts for a short period of time. And it will get jammed easily. So that's kind of a cool idea. I like the concept, once again. There's just a lot of execution issues. And you get credits where you can buy mostly cosmetic stuff in the store. There's some equipment stuff that does have in-game effects, though. Like, you can recharge your running faster, or you take less damage from grenades, or you have your abilities cool down faster, like your flight robots, or that sort of thing. And I have issues with that and with leveling up guns just because it makes a huge barrier to entry for new players. So, you know, if you're playing and you haven't played any games before and you've got a level 1 assault rifle or SMG, a lot of the time you just can't beat the fellow players who have the level, 9 battle rifle. And so that kind of sucks. But I guess that's the trend of gaming these days. So it seems like what I've got going on here is what I was mentioning, where it's helpful if you get 8 people who stick in a room. That makes games typically go off a lot faster. That's definitely not the norm, but I guess it works out for making this video. So I'm going to be Robin. I found I do better with Robin than Batman. I think Batman's gadgets are worse. And then there's some frustrating stuff like the zip kick and the bullet shield and the explosive gel are on different slots than they are in the main game, both for Batman and Robin. So that's lame. But basically, the game here is to intimidate them. So you have infinite respawns, but you have slower... So you can't drop. Normally you could drop here, but you have to climb up instead. I don't know why that's the case. Great. So batarangs don't seek anymore, I guess, so you can't quick fire them at explosive stuff. Anyway, if you die, your intimidation meter goes down, and the more you kill them, the more your intimidation meter fills up. It's that bat symbol at the top center of the screen. But you also don't want either team to win, because if the Joker team wipes out the Bane team, you no longer can win, because the Joker team has won. So you have to keep both teams from winning. So a lot of the times, if you're playing smart, you'll focus on the team that's doing better. So right now, I should, if possible, I want to drop down, but I can't do that. So I don't know how, this is just, it's stupid. It's really frustrating. Just let me drop down that pit. Is that hard? God. Okay. There we go. It's really, there's so many polish issues. I don't understand how they didn't think you might want to drop down off of the ledge, which is something you can do in the core game. Anyway, so if I'm playing intelligently, since the Bane gang is doing really well right now, I should try to focus more on the Bane gang if possible. But sometimes you can't really be picky just because you're really fragile. A lot more so than you are in the main game. So I'll let one of these guys kill each other, and then I'll get whoever's left. You notice the animations here are smooth. You totally just land right on the people that you attack. It's great. Grappling also has issues where grapple points won't show up if you want them to. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but the Joker team now, and it wasn't this way from the start, but the Joker team has had a drop. So there's only 2 Joker players versus the 3 Bane thugs. And right away, that really screws over the Bane thugs, or rather the Joker team, because they're just at a serious disadvantage. They can't do as well in combat. They're less likely to take bases. If they get killed, they have less people on the field, and I guess probably the biggest issue is when you get down to your last reinforcements and you have no one left, you're a lot more likely to
Intimidating criminals is what we do.
not succeed. Just because, you know, normally you have 3 guys left unless you can kill Batman, you know, but now you only have 1 guy left until you can kill Batman. Oh, those guys just killed Batman, so our intimidation meter drops. It's definitely skewed towards the gangs, the thugs. There's definitely a much lower success rate for the heroes. I've seen them win very few games. I've won a handful myself, but not very many.
Supervillain heading your way. Stop the thugs from letting them in.
So right below me, I believe, is the supervillain door, but I don't want them to get that. Because that, if Bane at this point, since they're winning, yeah, now they basically win. There's nothing Joker Gang can do. There's just not enough of them. They've got 2 guys. Bane Gang has 16, and if you get the supervillain, if you're playing them well, you should be able to get at least 4 kills out of your 1. Usually a lot more than that. So at this point, it's just a game over. Bane gang's gonna win, and there's nothing we can do. And I'll try my hardest. I'm not just gonna give up, but they are too good. At this point, we're just screwed. Uh-oh. So they've got this one guy left. So at this point, our only strategy, really, as far as I'm concerned, is this guy is going to die for sure. Because Bane's going to get him, and he's going to just get killed. So my job is to try to keep getting him before Bane can get him. Because if I can do that, we might have a chance. But it seems quite unlikely to me. Also, ground takedown is glitched. Very glitched. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get back broken. Oh, I made it. Ugh. There's no way I can keep this guy safe from Bane. Bane's just too quick. This guy's too... bad. Oh, he's just gonna walk right into him. And heroes can't really do anything to stop Bane either. Like, you have to really focus on them. They're just very strong. If they all work together... Oh, this might be it. Nope. It's not it. So if I can get this guy... Nope. So now Joker team gets reinforcements, so that's helpful for him. But there's no way I'm going to get the intimidation meter up to 100%. There's just not enough time. I can't be as careful as you need to be just because, you know, they're one kill away from winning. Looks like my Batman understands the same problem. But just look how clumsy they are. Like, you can't do any of the things you want to do. They just roll the wrong way. They keep falling. For some reason, when you die at the high stakes point of the game here, where, like, you know, you've got one shot left before they lose, it makes your respawn time as the heroes 25 seconds. Every other time in the game, it's like 5 seconds to respawn. Every once in a while, it'll be a short period. Oh, there it is. But for some reason, when you most need to respawn quickly, they decide, and you're about to lose, they make sure you do by only letting you have 5 seconds to react, because it takes you 30 seconds to respawn. And that's a weird design choice too, because at that point, if they have one thug left on the losing team, and they get killed, you lose for sure. So you'd think, you know, to balance it out, they might give you a little more time to get it done. But they don't. They make you stick out of the game for 25-30 seconds, which all but assures your already likely defeat. So, I don't know. It wasn't my idea. So there it is. That's my thought process on the game. It's decent enough. Way too many bugs. Way too many issues. It's worth messing around with for an hour or two. If you're really bored and you really like Batman and you enjoy subpar multiplayer, but it's not worth any serious investment of your time. It's just not very good. There's too many issues. Maybe they'll patch it and fix a lot of the bugs and make it a better system, improve the infrastructure, but until they do that, I'd say that it is not worth your time to mess around with. So there it is. Batman Arkham Origins multiplayer. See ya next time.